Put this heifer in jail, prison, slammer yard, turn off the lights, hands behind your back. Look at the poor fella. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You just can't make this up. But it's all gonna come out. Elderly abuse. The White House was hijacked. Unbelievable. Doodle stains all on the carpet. Tea stains. They got one a gun, one in the chamber sitting on the dresser. It's crack cocaine everywhere. Laptop, threw it out in the middle of the street. It's all been weaponized. Scams, scandals, the biggest scandal in American history. And it's all gonna come out. Oh, it's all gonna come out, and I want people with their hands behind their back. You did such a great job, Joe. Such a great job. Elderly abuse. And you got doggone right, we got another video.
Biden has stage 4 prostate cancer. I'm sorry, Jill. I'm sure it's hard to hear this for the first time again. It's just so out of nowhere. I mean, for years I pretended he was in perfect health. Just this morning I saw him put his shoes on in under 30 minutes. Tell me honestly, doctor, is my Joe too sick for us to pretend he's running for president again in 2028? Well, yes, Jill, he has stage 4 prostate cancer. But maybe instead you could pretend he's the president of an HOA or a book club. If we can't pretend he's president again, it may be time to put him down.
Wait, in 2018, I had a whole, I was running for a re-election, and anyway.
Are you sure there's no way for us to keep pretending he's perfectly fine, doctor? There's a drug called NZT. I saw it in a movie with Bradley Cooper. Anyone who takes it experiences heightened physical dexterity and cognitive ability. Maybe if you give Joe one of these pills, his body would pretend to heal itself. Here, Jill, have Joe take this. It's the last of my NZT supply. You're doing a great service to democracy, Bradley. Here, buddy, take this. Do you feel any different?
I feel I go for a walk, and my son Hunter gave me a deck of cards. Said I pick one, and it's a great skill to have.
Damn it, he's too senile. Even with NCT, it's impossible for us to keep pretending he's in perfect health. I have to call Barack. I think it's time to go to Plan B.
Alright, I'm thinking we go on a press run and basically act like we didn't know and also knew about Joe's health at the same time. And if anyone calls us out for it, we'll just call them anti-democracy.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again.
When you try to kill our citizens, we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Biden, look, it's a very sad thing what happened, but we're going to start looking into this whole thing with who signed this legislation. Who signed legislation opening our border? I don't think he knew. I said there's nobody that can want an open border. Nobody. And now I find out that it wasn't him. He auto-penned it. Who was operating the auto-pen? This is a very serious thing. We had a president that didn't sign anything. He auto-penned almost everything. He opened the borders of the United States of America. And I kept saying, who would do such a thing? Allowing criminals to pour in from all over the world, not just South America, all over the world. They came in from Africa, they came in from Asia, they came from the Congo. The prisons in the Congo in Africa, these are rough people. The prisons from the Congo are empty. You know where they are? They're in this country. Who would sign this? Nobody would sign it. No sane person would sign it. You know who signed it? Radical left lunatics that were running our country, and the autopen signed it. And they didn't want him, and they were disappointed in getting him.
Mike, stop smiling, Mike. Stop. So I think it's just you're smirking a little bit, Mike. Them Patriots almost walked you out, sir. I'm pissed off too. I want to rest. It's all corrupt. People laughing and smiling and going to the bank. Filthy politicians. There ought to be people walked out with their hands behind their back. They say, Rick, sir, calm down, sir. It's Memorial Day, sir. We don't want your blood pressure up, sir. Oh. Memorial Day. God bless them beautiful patriots around the world. We send our prayers, love, and condolences out, man. Shout out to the brave men and women out there. We send our love, respect. Thank you for your service. Thank you for the ultimate sacrifice. I love y'all, man. I've calmed down. They say, Rick, calm down. It's Memorial Day. So I heard somebody say it. Somebody said, Rick, sir, calm down. Your sodium levels, sir. Your sugar levels. Your CCG, ECG, LCG levels, sir. Calm down, Rick. I gotta Rick, do you need an Advil? Do you need a Tylenol, sir? Do you need one of those alkaline scissors that go in the water and the water sparkles up? It's kind of like a carbonated drink. Do you want it, sir? It'll make you feel better, sir, if you get too rowdy. We know that it's the biggest the biggest American scandal in history, sir. We know. We all want people in handcuffs and people arrested and people interrogated. Interrogation. We all want it. Especially that doctor. Jill. Elderly abuse.
Because they wanted Bernie Sanders. And then after about 2 weeks, they said, wait a minute, this is a gift. He'll do anything. We're going to use the auto pen. And they used the auto pen and everything. He didn't approve.
They say, calm down, sir. Rick, sir, calm down. I have ibuprofen if you need it, sir. I have an ibuprofen. Do you need the ibuprofen? Which one do you want, sir? Advil, Tylenol? Which one do you want, sir?
New details on President Biden's mental decline and how it directly led to the decline of our country. 4 years of failed immigration policy, even national security decisions affected. Don't take it from me. That's coming from Democrats. We'll show you the evidence in a moment, which comes as subpoenas are set to fly as soon as a week from today.
When do you expect these subpoenas to go out?
Well, the letters have already gone out to the staffers as well as Dr. O'Connor. So if we don't hear anything from them in a week, then I would expect to start seeing subpoenas.
Tick-tock, the clock is ticking, but will subpoenas be enough? Maybe it's time for a special counsel.
Let's just cut the BS. Let's just cut all the BS. And we just started arresting people one by one. Yeah. And we gonna have that CTV footage rolling up in the corner of the room, a full-blown interrogation. Yeah, y'all put that CTV footage up and make sure it's recording. I say put cameras all over the place. And then when y'all do the live breaking news, I need extra cameramen everywhere so I can see a beautiful angle of that tricep muscle, forearm, that bicep, that tricep with them buffalo humps up here, and all, and this muscle right here, you know, the bicep, and I want to see it extract in a movement where it comes behind the spine. And both of them, both arms, in this one motion right here, and those handcuffs that have been oiled up, brand new with that DW40. Yeah, not WD-40, it's DW-40 today. Y'all gonna have to get it right. I'm tired of people coming here saying, Rick, sir, Rick, you have it all wrong. Rick, are you on drugs? Rick, are you high, sir? Are you drinking, sir? Rick, are you okay, sir? It's WD-40. They say we're never gonna see people held accountable. We're never gonna see people held accountable, Rick. They're all just laughing and headed to the bank.
Counsel to take the lead. Federal regulations call for a special counsel if 1, there are extraordinary circumstances, and 2, when it's in the public interest. Well, here are 2 of many reasons why the evidence of a deteriorating commander-in-chief calls for just that. Number 1, campaign aides around Biden knew about his decline before he became president. Listen to this. As far back as 2019, they knew. And yet they told us he was fit to be the leader of the free world. Listen to this. During an 8-day grueling bus tour in Iowa in December 2019, Biden gave his aides pause. While doing prep, he struggled to remember the name of longtime aide Mike Donnellan. You know, he said, groping for it. His aides side-eyed one another. Donilon had worked with Biden since 19.
The man didn't even know who was throwing a fundraiser for him, giving him millions and millions of dollars. Somebody's giving you millions of dollars, and you don't even recognize them. You didn't forgot their name, what they look like, and they're giving you millions of dollars. And there's a lady in the room laughing. She's laughing. She was the last one in the room. Last one in the room, man.
1981. Okay, that's 7 years before I was born. He couldn't remember his name. And 1 year later, so in 2020, Biden talked to voters on Zoom, and it was a total disaster. Listen to what Alex Thompson's book says. Biden would sit in a room with several monitors beaming the face of real Americans in front of him. The videos came back, hours of footage. Some on the team couldn't believe their eyes. The videos were horrible, one top Democrat said. He could not follow the conversation at all. I could not believe it, said a second Democrat. It was like a different person. It was like watching grandpa who should not be driving. That is from before he became president. So what was the press, the all-encompassing, all-asking, all-inquiring press? What were they doing in 2020? I remember.
On Walter Reed, the president in November said he went to Walter Reed to begin his physical. He said he was there this week. He said he was there to complete his physical. In fact, your predecessor said the same back then, that it was to begin it. So which one was it when the president went to Walter Reed?
The president did his physical in two parts. These are very extensive when you're doing a presidential physical, and he used the 2 visits to Walter Reed to complete the physical in 2 stops. Again, the media is engaging in conspiracy theories about the president's health.
Just to be clear, Kayla, you said he did it in 2 stops, but he said he completed it this week. He said he was there to complete it. You're saying that's not true. So his statement this week.
Next question. I'm not engaging in conspiracy theories anymore.
It's not a conspiracy theory. I'm just asking if he was correct.
Go ahead.
That's scum.
Wasn't that rich? The press was focused on concocting conspiracy theories about President Trump's health, asking me about it, instead of probing the conspiracy happening in plain sight, the one with President Biden, where a cadre of Democrats told us that President Biden was fit to be commander-in-chief. The press committed journalistic malpractice, plain and simple. They bought the narrative being spun by a small group of high-level aides engaged in the cover-up. And remember, quote, 5 people were running the country. Joe Biden was at best a senior member of the board. Which leads me to the second reason for a special counsel. Did Biden's mental health decline have a tangible effect on policy? Did his mental acuity affect your life? The limited information we have so far suggests yes. At an immigration event in June of 2022, President Biden, quote, had some sort of glitch. He appeared to forget the name of DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, according to that book I mentioned. And for 3 seconds, he was mumbling incoherently, alarmingly. Now listen to this Democratic Senator, Michael Bennet, who was sitting in the front row of the event. He, quote, considered what Biden's age likely meant when it came to the issue of immigration, and had come to believe that Biden's inability to mediate between the people and his administration had led to an incoherent overall position on the issue. We're in trouble, the Democratic senator remarked upon returning to his office. And we were in trouble. 11 million people got into the country. In fact, according to a senior Biden administration official, there was a day one plan to crack down on the southern border. Wouldn't that have been nice? But the plan just disappeared. And instead, illegal immigrants were released into the interior. Well, where did that plan go? Quote, one cabinet secretary believed that Biden's limitations had given his aides more power to steer the administration. If you had a 20-year younger Joe Biden, I think he would have been more on top of the issue and what was going on. The cabinet secretary said we could have used the 20-year younger Joe Biden or a different president entirely. Now, fast forward to the fall of 2023. Another Democrat, this time chairman of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, Senator Mark Warner, took a call from the president. He wanted to express his concerns about Biden's decision to release 11 detainees from Guantanamo Bay. Quote, when the call ended, he had a brand new worry. Biden seemed oblivious to concerns that Warner thought were rather obvious. The president was clearly not up to speed on this. Warner wondered how much of this was related to the president's aging issues, which he felt were becoming visibly apparent to anyone watching. Immigration, releasing prisoners from Guantanamo Bay. These are serious issues, and yet Democrats, elected Democrats, question whether Biden's acuity affected those issues that affected you. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. What happened in the Situation Room? How about the Oval Office when just a few people were in the room?
How terrible of a person must she be, Miss Jill Biden? Not sure if you heard, but they come out and said Joe Biden has prostate cancer and it has spread to his bones, which means he's had to have had it for a while. Now, it wasn't that long ago they were forcing this man to go out on the campaign trail and run for president, and it looks like they knew damn well this man wasn't healthy. You know for sure they knew he wasn't mentally fit. Now it's looking like they knew he wasn't physically fit either. They knew the disease he was battling and they didn't care. That's how sick these people are in politics. It's when, by all means necessary, they will sacrifice whoever they have to get what they want. It's a damn shame that everybody behind the scenes, his team, his family, they all knew what he was battling and they didn't care. Now, I don't know if you've known anybody that's had to battle that disease, or hell, you may be doing it yourself. It is not pretty. So me personally, I don't wish that on anybody over some political differences. I hope he puts up a good fight. Given his age, it's not looking very good. We'll see how it goes.